Did you
I
spit
am.
on yourself? Okay, we're coming in hot. And in case you wondered, I will not be doing the Thunderstruck Dallas Cowboy cheerleader dance tonight. Maybe on a future call.
We're gonna hold you to that.
You will just be ready for it. Okay. All right. So excited for our Tuesday night calls to start back up. And tonight we've got such good stuff because we are coming off of convention. Listen, the ladies on this call, they were there. We can all testify to the fact that it was, I would say, the best convention since maybe 2018, 19, and definitely since COVID.
Yes.
Like fire. And I think everybody felt something is different right now with Plexus. There's a shift and it's good. So if you have hung on this long in Plexus, I think get ready for it. So what I want to really talk about tonight are three things. We're going to talk about retention and relationship mastery, which was a training by Jaime Haskins. We're going to talk about conviction-based leadership from Christa Dearey. And then we're going to talk about mindset and momentum from Megan Milocovich. I always say that wrong, but you maybe know who I'm talking about, with the red hair, having her fourth baby boy in a couple of months. Okay, so retention really, I want you to think about it as a heart-centered practice and also a smart business strategy. And I want to ask you if you have ever actually considered the long-term value of a happy customer, even if they never shared with a single soul. So I ran the numbers because some people, they're not math people. Funny enough, I actually went to college to be an accountant, but I don't think working in a cube on a calculator all day would have worked for me. But I thought because I was good at math, that was what my only option was. So get this, because you guys have been around for a minute. If someone ordered triplex from you every month for 9 years, do you know how much commission you would have earned by now from that one person? $3,510 from one person ordering triplex from you every month. Is that crazy? And when you actually think about that, the residual income aspect of, I mean, that's just the triplex. That's not you getting them to add on all the stuff. That's not you getting them silver. Literally, somebody happy that joined you in the beginning still ordered their triplex. You've earned $3,500. So I share that to really emphasize the importance of retention. And, this isn't even about you growing a big team. It is on my training today with Melissa Eichenhorst. She talked just about something that she thinks we don't talk enough. I'm going off script, but she and Andrea Mitchell both spoke on this. She feels like something we don't talk about enough in Plexus is residual income. She said so often we talk to people like get them silver. We show them the fast start silver money. We try to do their fast start things. And then when they just maintain or their points go down or they didn't earn enough as much because they get their fast start bonus and they're excited. And then maybe the next month they don't earn as much. But if we can really emphasize, hey, yeah, it went down, but think about it. If you can help these three customers stay happy and ordering for the next however long, like you're going to have your products paid for or whatever that looks like. But really understanding the residual income, both she and Andrea shared, they said, look, we could close our businesses today and never train another person and never sign another person and still be getting a check 10 years later, minimum 10 years. And I want to speak to that because I have not added one customer since December, since whenever Leaders Retreat contest ended, so December. So 6 months, I haven't added only one customer, and that I didn't even try for. She was a returning customer who I re-added. And I have still not gone below senior Ruby points. that is residual income. I have maintained that, and every month I'm sitting right at about 750 points over the last like 4 months. But you guys, I haven't done anything in 6 months to grow my business or to even train anybody. Like, that's residual income. Where else can you not show up for work for 6 months and still earn that much money? Right? You know, I have not made less than $2,000 in 18 months, and I haven't grown a team. I haven't heavily worked the business. I can't think of anywhere else that's going to pay me that to not show up. We aren't sharing the power of that enough. And listen, we don't want residual income is not going to be a big deal if somebody just goes silver. But honestly, it's a big deal if people get a foundation to know that the safety of it. So Jaime Haskins shared 3 pillars to her retention strategy. She said she really wanted to focus on setting clear 3 to 6 month expectations, building real relationships, and letting them borrow your belief. So something she talked about in building the real relationships is, are you changing who you are once they order from you? Listen, we know how we are when we're trying to get people to order. We're commenting on their Disney trip. We're loving on them. We're like, is there anything I can do to help you? Oh, your family's so cute. And then we order and we're like, how's your ProBio 5 going? And yes, we need to have a good retention strategy, and I'm going to go into that. But also, have you stopped being just kind and caring like you were? Like, did you like flip a switch? If so, check yourself. Right? Like, and I think I am guilty of that. We're like, oh, we got to sell. Okay, now they've gone from like somebody we're trying to show that we care about into now we're just trying to make sure they order their products. And that might not feel good to them. Letting them borrow your belief. We all know what it's like when the people want to quit. We have to believe that Plexus is going to help them reach their goals. Listen, if they shared their health problems with you before and you suggested products for them, you probably believed that those products would help them. You probably have testimonies of people that has helped that exact thing before. You're going to have to probably pour into them with that. Share the testimonies. Let them know that you believe that these products can help them, and don't let them quit. But you know what you have to know to help them do that? You have to stay in communication with them, right? Before they quit, before they have hurdles, before they have struggles, you're still caring and loving on them. So you're going to know. She talked about the difference between customer service and customer experience. Customer service is really what your actions are. But the customer experience is their perception of your action or non-action. So fun fact, 68% of people stop ordering based on perceived indifference, meaning they think you don't care if they're going to order or not. Do they know why it's important to you that they care? Do they know that you really do care about them feeling better or having more energy or whatever it looks like? There are times when I order from people in network marketing, and there are plenty of times, honestly, that I've quit ordering because once I ordered, they never checked in on me. And I was like, they don't actually care if I order or not. And if the products were like, I ordered because I want to support my friend doing network marketing. But if they never followed up or checked in on me or anything, I'm like, they don't actually care if I order. So I'm just going to probably buy it at Walmart. Right? How many of your friends have a Costco membership? Listen, it's like 400,000 feet of probiotics, omegas, magnesium, collagen. And if you're not loving on them any more than the Costco checkout person is, they're probably just, when it gets low, gonna buy it at Costco. Not because they didn't like what you had, but because especially if they're still new in it, that not long enough for them to feel a real difference, and they don't think it matters to you if they order, they're going to just buy it somewhere else. Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you have a system, a retention system? Something for the first 48 hours, a plan for what you do in the first 48 hours, a plan for what you do when the products arrive / week 1, a plans for week 2 and 3, a plan for the 60 and 90-day check-in, and then just your regular follow-up routine. If you do not have a system, I do not have time to teach you one on this call, but I will. That's another call. Because the system that I have learned from Six Figure Systems for that is really great. And the best part is it's duplicatable. I'm going to create a little one-pager that you can share with your people so that they know what to do at certain times. A simple system that they know what to do at the different times, because sometimes people don't take action because they don't know what the action should be. So if you already have a plan and it's working and you feel like your retention is on point, fabulous. Maybe write it down so that your team, as you add new people and grow your team again, can duplicate it. They can't duplicate what you haven't turned into a system for them. Make it easy for them. And if you don't have one, we'll be doing a training on that. So any questions or thoughts on retention or things that you remember from Jaime that you want to share? Judy?
I actually had a question.
Yeah.
I have hit where they won't, they'll be talking to me and we're staying in great contact and they're telling me all the things, they're reaching out to me, I'm reaching out to them, and then they ghost. What is your best comeback to get them to reconnect? If you've been ghosted after a good follow-up. Okay.
You mean after they've already ordered?
Yes.
And they're a customer?
Yes.
I really would just ask them, hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. Have you reached your goals of XYZ that we talked about? Just point blank, because you know what that does? That tells them you've remembered what they talked about.
Okay, I can.
Even if you don't, even if you had to scroll up 50 messages.
No,
some people have great note system where they have notes on everybody. But if you've done it in Messenger or a text, it's all up there.
Mm-hmm.
So ask them.
Okay.
Lauren?
I hadn't done the goal approach.
Yes.
I had reached out and she had some problems unrelated to Plexus. And I had reached out asking about that, but she never responded. Then I reached out again and I'm like, I've got to get a hold of her and I'm just not sure how. So
I would do that, but I would also, something I'm going to go into with mindset, but they say to get a sale, you have to touch with them about 8 to 12 times.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be ghosted 12 times before I'd give up.
Oh yeah, I don't give up. I just keep reaching out, even if it's just like a whole thing of just me.
Yeah, I would just ask really specific questions and they either answer or don't.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
One thing I loved about that Jaime said is always assume the best though. Like, hey, I know life is crazy and I'm sure you're taking your products great. I'm just wondering, have you reached those goals or anything? That was my number one thing that I put for is always assume the best.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that, because I had that in my notes, but not right here. If you go into any conversation assuming the best, like Lori shared and like from Jaime, you're going into it with a different feeling, especially if you're leaving voice memos. Right? Okay, let's chat about conviction-based leadership. I heard this on an Ed Milet podcast today, and I loved it. And he didn't say it, his guest, which is like the leader of Life Church. I don't know. Anyway, he's a pastor and an author, and I think it's the newest podcast, so you can go back and look at it. But he said people would rather follow a leader who is real than one who is always right. And I feel like that really is kind of the essence of what Christa Dearey was sharing, which was be you. Like, don't try to lead or do what Judy does. Don't try to lead the way I do. These are your people, especially your level ones, who are the people you're trying to make senior silver. You can earn Icon Club, but they know who you are, right? Like if I was a good friend of Judy's and I ordered from her, and then I got on Judy's team call and she was like, talked like me, like, you need to do this, and this is how you should do it, and you got to get to work. People be like, that's not the Judy I know. I joined and ordered from Judy because she is sweet and kind and compassionate and loving, right? So lead the way you are. And really, she talked a lot about this being your business, you know, and that is set everything aside. This is not your upline's business. This is not your team's problem. Like, this is on you. The way you do your business and what you do, it's really on you. How do you want to do it? How do you want to lead? Who do you want to link arms with? That it's your business. And truly don't lose sight of people ordered from you because they like you and they wanted you as the person to help them. You know, like Deanna and I have a lot of the same friends from college, and it's always interesting to me which college roommates have reached out to her to order and which have reached out to me, because they know us both really well. So there is something that is a perfect example of people are going to reach out to the person they think that they will connect with in helping reach their goals the best, right? Because she and I are very different. Lots of similarities, but very different in the way that we approach people and the way that we love people. And so that is, you know, a lot of your people might know other people that sell Plexus. Why are they going to order from you? And then stay that person. I think staying also, that falls into retention, right? Same thing. So with your leadership, spend time thinking, where do you need to grow? Where are the gaps and where do you need to grow, and lean into that? And what story do you need to own so that you can lead with conviction? When we had the opportunity, a few of us, to have dinner last week, and I talked about that, and really what I want to share there with anybody who's watching the recording is that anything that you have been through is a part of your story, and anything that you have survived and risen from, you are fully equipped to help somebody else in that position. Ed Milet, I feel like the majority of his talk was about this. Like, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to feel qualified. You are already qualified if you overcame something. And so I challenge you to make a list of all the things you've overcome. And don't shy away from connecting with people who might be stuck in that space, or who haven't overcome in that area, or whatever that looks like. Like, lean into who you are and allow that to be a place that you serve from. Even if it isn't to specifically grow your Plexus business, but if you need to grow your network, find places to volunteer based on where your heart is drawing to you, where you can serve, where you can make a difference. Because you know what happens when you volunteer places and you're serving? God gives back to you in different ways. And he builds you, and he builds confidence in you, and you grow as a human when you are serving other people. Angie, were you going to say something?
Mm-mm.
No. thoughts, things that you want to add on that? Anybody? I wanted to see. Really? Okay, so the last things I want to add for that are you courageously doing the things that scare you? Stances, or are you taking ownership? And everybody that is on this call right now knows what they need to do to grow their business. But are you doing it, or are you avoiding it? And that really, you know what you need to be doing to grow your business. So with our last bit of time, I really want to chat about, sorry, let me go back up here because this is so good. So this was in our Jewel training with Megan, and she is the best at mindset training. She is so stinking good. The big idea is you don't need a perfect team to succeed. You literally just need a renewed purpose and a clear plan. Ask yourself, are you in or are you out? Like, we've come out of convention. Everybody on this call, except Miss Gina, was at convention. Did you leave feeling like you're all in, half in, or all out? Like, own that. I feel so excited to be all in, right? I'm so excited. But over the last 2 years, many of us have had teams slow down or stop altogether. Many of them are still ordering product, but have completely stopped working. I'm not gonna lie, it hurts. It actually hurts. So I want to ask you, have you slowed down on your reaching out and loving on potential people and team members, potential people that might want to work the business, because you're a little jaded that they might leave too? Are you a little worried that you might pour your heart to them? Because let's be honest, in 2019, 2020, 2021, we were pouring our heart into people. And how many of them have left? And it would be very realistic if we were a little salty and skittish to do that all again and pour into people all again. Because you know what could happen if you do that? They could leave too. So are you willing to do it anyway? You have to decide that you are. Because we've all been here. Have we all been here 10 years? 9 years, 10 years? About? Is there a solid chance that you have lost the empathy for people who are brand new thinking about sharing Plexus? Is there a chance you don't even remember what used to scare you? Do you remember what it was like to not have a response when you messaged somebody and said, I found these products I'm loving. Can I tell you more about them? No. Do you remember what that felt like? Now, what does it feel like? Nothing. It doesn't feel like anything anymore. What did it feel like 9 years ago? Ooh, I can't. Like, somebody would say, no, not interested, or you've been scammed, or, oh my God, you're part of one of those pyramid schemes now. I thought you were smarter than that. And we would literally have to not get back on our phone for like 2 days because our feelings were so hurt. Do you remember? Have you lost empathy for what brand new people coming on might be afraid of? Here's what I want to challenge you to do after this call. I have a few different challenges, but one of them is I want you to spend time writing down everything that scared the bejesus out of you when you first started this business. For me, it was a lot of like, what will people think? It was a lot of that, a lot of fear of rejection, I'd had a lot of success in every area of my life up to that point, but I had never been in a position where I needed to reach out to people and needed them to say yes for me to succeed. All of my successes up to that point, I dug deep until I was the best. But I didn't need anybody else to contribute to me to be a success. There's a difference. Listen, if anybody can hustle, it's Kristy Barkley. If anybody can set goals and achieve them, it's Kristy Barkley. But this is different. I can reach out to people, and if they don't say yes, I might not grow my team. It's different. So spend time writing down all the things that scared you so that you are better prepared and equipped to help all of those new people that are going to be joining you between now and August, so you can earn Icon Club, and you're better equipped to empathize with them and be like, hey, you might be feeling this. I felt the same way, right? That whole, God, when's the last time you really thought about that? Feel, felt, found. We haven't trained on that in 8 years, but it's the basic of letting somebody know you hear them. And if you go back and think about it, you really have feel, felt, and found anything that they're going to go through. You've been here too long, right? Like, I know that I've told new people that are starting, hey, any objection you have, just shoot it my way and I'll answer it. Because there's not an objection I haven't overcome or tackled, and I can answer it in a millisecond. But have I done as well at teaching them how to personally absorb the objection? Probably not. I just give them the answer. But when I used to have objections, it hurt my heart. Have I lost what it feels like for them when they're brand new? Of how hard it is? Probably. I need to dig in. The other thing Megan really talked about is getting in the trenches with them. Because when you do, you are better able to handle and be prepared to support them in any issue that's coming up. Listen, I haven't added anybody in 6 months. I did not know that we were having customer service issues. You know why? Because I haven't added anybody in 6 months to have a customer service issue. I actually did not know until Jewel training there's been issues. Because I'm not in the trenches. Guess who's been digging her trench the last 2 days? Me. I'm ready. And there were some numbers shared which really shifted it for me. So they did a survey with everybody who earned Emerald Extravaganza in 2024. Now, all of the earners, that means they hit their Jewel rank at least 5 out of 12 months. Awesome. That actually is much harder to do than it sounds. So, but they've done it. Great. Out of the people that are maintaining their Jewel points, they have very, very few level 1 ads, but they're maintaining. So that's good. I am never going to discount maintaining points because I know from experience, it's not easy. It takes work. Do you know how many for the people whose teams were growing month over month and continuing to grow and work towards the next rank or higher points? Do you know how many level 1s on average they had per month? 5. These are Jewels still adding 5 people a month in order to grow their points. You know what they're in the trenches. How many messages do you need to send a month to add 5 new people? You probably have an idea, because there's months when you've done it and there's plenty of months when you haven't, and you know the difference. Listen, we can free reset every single month, but if you're not sending the messages, you're not adding 5 to 6 people, right? So here is a really great here's another thing that I really want everybody to do after this call, because do you feel your body and the energy in your body when we talk about, as we have tonight, people that do business with us who we thought would be ride or die with this, people on our team that we thought for sure were going to be jewels on our team, which was going to make us diamonds, right? We've had those people and then they quit, right? And what does that do in your body? Feels heavy, feels a little sad, feels a little yucky. And I can tell you all day long, get over your damn self, go to work. They haven't ruined Plexus for you. But you know what else I can do? We did this exercise with Melissa Eichenhorst today, and I have not finished my whole list, but I got it started and I literally had chills by the time we moved on to the next activity. She made us write down 20 things that we absolutely love about this business. Listen, I came up with 6 real fast, like I have not made it to 20 yet. But when you do that, you know what you're going to have? Renewed energy. You know what you're going to have? You're going to be able to pinpoint things that are amazing about this business and address people specifically. If you have people that you know love to travel and you're not talking the daylights at a leaders retreat, you're missing the boat. If you know friends that are getting older and have talked about not having enough money in retirement and being a little nervous and saying, how long am I going to have to work? Or I want to retire, but am I going to be able to travel and do it the way I wanted to? You know what they need? More money. You know what else they want? Time freedom. Because they just told you they want to be able to travel. They want to see their grandkids. They don't want to work more hours at their job. They want more retirement money and time freedom. What a huge blessing. Back to residual income, like where you're making money, even if you take a week off to take your grandkids to Disney, you still gonna make money that month, right? You're not gonna be short $750 because you didn't work your part-time job that week. Okay, and spend time looking at that. Keep that list close. And when you are nervous about reaching out to somebody about the business, doggone it, look at that list of 20 things that are remarkable about this business and get excited about sharing it. Do you remember when you thought with 100% certainty that you were going to hit Emerald? And how excited you were to share the business with people because you really believed they were going to hit it with you? And maybe you haven't hit it yet. And so maybe you're a little skittish and maybe you've stopped sharing about it. But I can think of a lot of people that I personally know that would really love that $2,300, $2,500 paycheck I get every month. Because none of Andrew's therapy is covered. It is out of pocket for all of his therapies, all of his treatments, all of his things that I want to do to help him be better. Also, it's a lot of time to take a kid to therapy. You drive to therapy, you sit at therapy, you drive home from therapy, you deal with meltdowns before therapy. I am only talking about one segment of the population. Like that amount of money allows me to be present to do everything he needs from me and pay for it. Some people might not want diamond income because they don't want to work like a diamond. That's okay. And that's where part of, I'm also going to do the training for recruiting business builders that we are doing right now is bananas. And so I cannot wait to do that with you guys. I'm already working on the little workbook for it because also duplicatable, really duplicatable and really exciting. I have never been more excited to reach out to people about the business. because it is a game changer for people. Everybody doesn't, for some people, it's $500 to cover travel soccer. Everybody is different, what they need. And so you're going to find out what they need and you're going to help them get it because they can. Right? There is nothing like a mama on a mission. There is nothing like it. I grew to the points needed literally month over month. Rob would say, this is what I need you to make this month from month 2. And I knew how much work it would take and how many points I would need to get approximately that paycheck based on the last month's pay points. And I would do it. If we needed extra for Isaac's school, because that was the month that we had to buy new uniforms and pay for football equipment, guess what I knew I had to do? Add more people. And that person could be the next person you recruit. I did not need an upline telling me what to do. All I knew is that I needed to make this. And listen, some people are not money motivated. We will go into that in the recruiting training, but they really love trips. Some people want to go on a trip with their husband to reconnect with their husband so stinking bad because they haven't gone on a trip with their husband since they had a kid 19 years ago. Right? And when your trip is free, it's real easy to get a babysitter. It just is. But when you have lots of other expenses, because goodness knows, my oldest son calls it like I have overpopulated the population based on what I am. My son's a firm believer in you only should repopulate yourself. I've doubled down. I've done more than my fair share. Actually, I haven't. Well, yeah, Rob did. Rob contributed to 3 humans and he's only 1. So he's like, according to Isaac, like you are like climate change in and of yourself. I'm joking, but when you have that many kids, listen, when your kids were little, did you go on trips by yourself? No. Some people really need that in their marriage. If you can make your list of 20 things that are great about this business, that is going to help you pinpoint what will help other people get excited. Also, are you getting a little excited talking about all the amazing things that this business does? Does it feel different? It feels so good. So here's what I want you to do. When you wake up tomorrow, I want you to put your feet on the ground and say to yourself, today is a great day to build my business. My best moments are ahead and my greatest leaders are on their way. Change it however you want, but literally put your feet on the ground and say, today is a great day to build my business. Add whatever other things you want. We're all going to be aiming towards 5 new level 1s a month. You maybe saw the fine print in the Icon Club. If not, did you see that if you hit Icon Club by August 31st, you get 800 points going into Leaders Retreat? Ladies, I haven't seen what the points are for Leaders Retreat, but that's almost got you on the island. And then you're set up to just win the prizes. Who here would finally like the freaking shopping spree? Who puts that on their goal every year? And they're saying right now, listen, if you work your ass off for the next couple months, you're probably guaranteed the shopping spree unless you just go to sleep, right? Don't become a sleeper cell, just go to work. Okay, here were the numbers. Here was the time ratio they gave us in Jewel training. And I feel like we're all at this point. It really is for if you need to kind of regrow your team. And it is spend 80% of your time on your own business. That means not spending all your time on graphics. That means this team call doesn't, if you got an hour for this, then you should have, 8 hours to reach out, 4 hours to reach out to people? Okay, cool. You got book club? That's an hour. Spend another 4 hours reaching out to people. I have a tip for that. again, Melissa, I did a private coaching with Melissa and realized my issue right now for me personally is reaching out to people. And even though I know it's false, believing that I've already talked to everybody about Plexus, and after 10 years, anybody who knows me knows I sell Plexus and they could just find me. Okay, so I'm plumb out of people to reach out to right now. I've not met any new people in Cincinnati. That game's not working for me right now. So here's what she made me do. Make a list of 100 people that have not ordered Plexus from me. I was able to do that in about 90 minutes. You know what I did the first time ever? I started on my phone. Because you know who I have the phone numbers of? The people I know the best. I had 64 names in my phone of people that I'm legitimately friends with. Most of them that I've never talked to Plexus about. You know why? Because it scared me to talk to my friends. I'd rather talk to a stranger from the mom group. You know who respects me more than the stranger in the mom group? My friends. Right? Okay, so 100 names, and then commit to yourself. I for the last 2 days have done a power hour. And it is much easier when you have a list. So do you want me to tell you what I'm doing during the power hour? I did it with Joanna yesterday, and then I did it again today. But first 10 minutes, I'm going to tell you, even if you don't care for the recording, first 10 minutes, priming the algorithm. That means commenting on people's posts with more than 5 words. Whose comments? I used my list of 100, and I would type their name in the search bar and go to their page and ideally have something to comment on. What I did discover is I got quite a few friends. They've like ghosted Facebook. They haven't been on in months. Well, okay, I'm going to have to find another way to talk to them. Good thing is they were from my phone, so I know their phone number. Okay. So for 10 minutes, you're going to just comment on people that you would actually like to order from you or do the business with. And then you're going to click on your birthday messages. If they are already a Plexus person, you can just go ahead and comment on their wall. If they are not a Plexus person ordering from you, or a Plexus person period, you are going to send them a direct message, and I can share it with you if you want, about offering them something for their birthday. Whatever you want to offer them for their birthday. How long has it been since you offered people like birthday samples or $20 cash back for their birthday? When's the last time you did that? People love for their birthday to be celebrated. Some people are not going to respond. Some people are. But you're getting messages out about your business. Now you're going to make a post because you've already primed the algorithm and you've already sent direct messages and posted to people's wall. So you've spent probably 15 minutes to 18 minutes priming the algorithm. Now you're going to make a post. The next thing you're going to do, and what I am doing right now, it will change throughout the year, but what I am doing right now for the next 15 minutes is sending anybody on my team that has 0 PV a message about the skin health system. Again, this will change, but I want to get that message to as many people as possible, directly to them, and then probably on the 29th, anybody who still hasn't ordered, I will probably send a project broadcast out. We're going to just hit skin health from all the directions, right? But now, for the last 10 minutes, this is where it gets a little scary. You are going to send, it might not take you 10 minutes, 5 business asks or 5 business shares. You can, here's the thing. If you have registered for the Plexus opportunity call and you miss it or you're on it, you will get the recording. You are going to reach out to 5 people and ask if you can share that call with them and tell them why you would love to do this business with them, why you think they would be great at it, and could you share either the link to or the recording of, depending on what day you're messaging them. When's the last time you messaged 5 people in one day about the business? Anybody? Well, since to Earn Icon Club, You need 2 of your level 1s to go senior silver. Yeah, best be sharing about the business. And if they say no, thank you, say, well, if you ever have any health issues or concerns or anything, you know, I love these products. I would love to help you, send you samples, whatever you think. A no to the opportunity is not a no to the products. It is just your opening door. It is real hard if they said no to the products to then ask them if they want to sell the products. Okay. So that's why I'm using the first set of reach outs to my 0 PV, because I got a gazillion of them. I got a gazillion 0 PV years. That's a lot of skin health messages I will be sending. Here is, okay, so here's your to-do list. Should you choose to accept it? 20 things that you love about the business, your 100 name list. And here's where I'm going to get crazy on you. This is what I did. This is my list of my 100 names. You guys aren't looking. Guess what this is? 12 boxes. Nobody comes off this list until I have touched them 12 times. Because if you're like me, you kind of give up after 3 or 4 if they haven't ordered from you. But if research says it takes up to 12 times, by gosh, if I don't do it 12 times, I got to keep making lists of hundreds. And then I'm not even reaching out to them as much as I'm supposed to. So do it how you want. Yes, Judy?
I have a question regarding that. How often would you reach out to them? I know it's 12 times, but at what frequency?
I think it's going to vary. So here's the method to my madness. I am writing, so on my thing up here, it says C equals a comment. That means I commented on their post. P equals a product DM, and B equals a business opportunity shared. So it's going to vary. So like on these, I have C 623, C 623, 623, and then I have B 623 because I reached out to them. So I'm keeping track of how I'm reaching out to them.
Perfect.
And I think if it varies, and I haven't added here, but I would also say R for relationship building, right? Because if you share and they don't comment back, the next time you're probably not going to go right back to a Plexus thing. You're going to, you guys know, you know this. You guys are really smart at this. We're just not doing it 12 times. So whatever code works for you, it's going to just, you know, I'm not going to ask somebody 12 times to join my business. That's a bunch of tomfoolery. But I'm going to love on them 12 times. And because I'm loving on them and going to their page and seeing what they're commenting, I'm real likely to see if I could help them with something. You know, I reached out to somebody yesterday about the business. She said, not right now. And I asked her if she had any health issues. Come to find out, her stomach's always giving her issues and she hates her skin. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to keep loving on her. We're going to get some samples to her. We're going, like, it might be slow, but if we send samples, that's one of our 12, right? And in closing, lead with belief. Believe that people want to hear from you. Believe that you can make a difference for them. Believe that, as Ed Milet put it, you're going to be the one. Listen, even the person that signed me, even though they haven't sold a piece of Plexus in 8 years, my entire family for generations will be incredibly grateful to her because I am alive. Judy, you can say the same thing, right? Many of us can. We have life-changing stories, and because Nicole Beatty shared a before and after picture, I am not dead. That's all. She was the one that changed my family for generations. Who will you be the one for? Okay. Questions? Thoughts? Who's excited about the other trainings we have? Angie, what you got?
Okay, could you repeat the thing, please, that you want us to say in the morning? Today is a great day to build my business, is as far as I got.
My best moments are ahead. And greatest leaders. Let me see. It's different on my notes. Hold on. Oh, please. My greatest leaders are in my future.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Let me see if I typed it up different. Hot up here. How hot is it in Texas, y'all? In all the places you are. It's
My
stupid.
my car said 101 today, but I don't know if that's right or not.
Our heat index at 10 a.m. was 105.
Oof.
Yes, it was awful.
And it's
All right,
humid.
so trainings we have coming are retention and recruitment. What do you want first? Do you want recruitment first because you need to recruit people before you figure out how to retain them?
Yes.
All right. All right. Well, we'll do that next week. So share with your teams, share with your people. And it is not going to be, it's a different training to try to sell the products. The training will be recruitment of people to work the business is what the training is going to be. And we'll have handouts. It's going to be fun. Who doesn't love a good handout? Plus, then it's duplicatable. You share it with your people. Thank you guys for being on. I know you had a call before. I know you're exhausted. I know we're all overflowing with the things from convention, but I feel like this next 6 months is going to be good. It's going to be really, really good. And my hope is that we just keep this excitement and fire and do the things. Sharpen your skills, sharpen your little beak, tuck out your feathers, and fly really fast, really fast. Okay, you guys? I love you. Thank you for being here. I'll get the recording in case you need it for anybody. And I will talk to you later.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.